So far 2013 has been very good to Saint-Etienne. They're unbeaten in Ligue 1, they've made it to the final of the Ligue Cup and they're through to the last 16 of the French Cup. They hosted champions Montpellier on Saturday on a snowy evening at Stade Geoffroy-Guichard. January was a little harder on the visitors, who saw themselves knocked out of both cup competitions. Still, they came into this game on the back of 2 wins in Ligue 1 against Sochaux and Reims. In the 13th minute, Renaud COHADE floated a long ball out wide for Pierre-Emerick AUBAMEYANG. He fired across for BRANDAO, who got the better of Daniel Congre and Vitorino HILTON to sweep home. They have an impressive record when the Brazilian starts for them in Ligue 1. So far this season they count 8 wins, 2 draws and not a single defeat. BRANDAO with his 6th goal of the campaign, and Montpellier's defending not doing them any favours. After Montpellier had a goal ruled out for offside, Saint-Etienne doubled their lead in the 29th minute. COHADE was the provider this time and AUBAMEYANG made it 2-0 with an outrageous back heel. AUBAMEYANG onside and showing that he's brimming with confidence at the moment with this audacious effort. That's 3 goals in 3 games for the Gabonese international, who's now up to 11 for the season overall. How about that? 2-0 to Saint-Etienne at half-time, and it was at this point that the snow decided to step up a gear. The break was extended by 14 minutes to allow the lines to be retraced. Referee Philippe Calt eventually getting the second half underway. Still, the snow wasn't enough to dampen Saint-Etienne's spirits. In the 48th minute, Jonathan BRISON crossed in from the left, and Yohan MOLLO looked to play in COHADE. The ball made its way back to MOLLO, who swept past Geoffroy-Guichard for 3-0. MOLLO with his 2nd goal since arriving on loan from Nancy. And once again, Montpellier let down here by some poor defending. Delight for Christophe Galtier on the Saint-Etienne bench, although it didn't take long for Montpellier to react. From the kick-off, Congre lofted forward, with Rémy CABELLA flicking the ball neatly into the path of Emmanuel Herrera. The Argentine squared for Younes Belhanda, who was tackled by François, but the ball came through to CABELLA, who slotted home neatly to make it 3-1. Saint-Etienne 3-0 up, perhaps guilty of a lapse in concentration here. CABELLA at the origin with his clever flick, and though Claire was a little unlucky, CABELLA with a composed finish for his 6th goal of the season. Given the worsening conditions, Philippe Calt suspended play in the 65th minute. He had a tough decision to make though, because if he had called the game off, it would have had to be replayed in its entirety from 0-0. Eventually, with some help from the Saint-Etienne players and substitutes, play resumed half an hour later, and in the 75th minute, Saint-Etienne made it 4-1. Mathieu BODMER heading home a COHADE free kick. BODMER, who has just arrived on loan from PSG, had only been on the pitch for 3 minutes and hadn't played in Ligue 1 since back in November when PSG hosted Les Verts. An extraordinary match which sees Saint-Etienne up to 4th place, 4-1 the final score.